Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Moviecast, episode 591. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gast, joined by Mike Sneedy,
What's up?
Corey Feinside,
Hey,
and Tony Korkanakis.
What's up?
What's up, guys?
yo.
Welcome, listeners. Welcome, viewers on Twitch. If you're watching this live, guys, we are on Twitch Tuesday nights starting at 8-ish o'clock. Welcome, depending on bedtimes. So it could be a struggle sometimes, it could not be. I don't even know. It's just random for me.
Who is the parent here?
I Oh, I know. And I had the same thought during the process.
Okay.
But anyways, welcome guys to 591. We had an interesting week with movies. I actually resubscribed to Netflix, so I do have some stuff to talk about.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to see the Adam Project, which I got to watch, and I feel like it was fun. There's nothing wrong with it. I liked the movie. I did, but I think it was overhyped to me. Just a little bit.
Who overhyped it?
I don't know, but I saw a lot of like positive reviews. Like people really loved the movie, and so I watched it and I'm like it's very good, but it is very predictable. And there's it's a time based movie, guys. There's a time based movie, and I understand that. I gave the leeway, but there's one thing that happens that I questioned it immediately. I'm like I can't get past it. It's the end. It's at the end of the movie. I just can't get past it. One thing that happens, and it's just like I'm like, how did that happen? But I can't. I don't want to spoil it for people, but I do have one gripe, and the rest of the movie was fine. It was it's it's Van Wilder in space. It was sci-fi, Van Wilder sci-fi. He plays the role of Van Wilder pretty well, I think he can. Essentially, I got that vibe from him. A Ryan Reynolds movie. So got to watch that. I also watched on HBO Max, Our Flag Means Death, I think, which is the Taika Waititi's new show on HBO Max. It's kind of like What We Do in the Shadows, sort of, without the documentary style. They're bumbling pirates, and I actually like it. It's pretty fun. It's not as good as What We Do in the Shadows. That's a fantastic show. I think I've said that on this podcast many times, but it's pretty good. I've watched 4 episodes of that. So I got into that, and then also on Netflix, I'm trying to think of what else I watched. I went back for a couple of reasons because Stranger Things is coming next month, which we got a trailer for today, the full trailer with a new big bad, I guess, revealed. Interesting, right? But I'm trying to think of what else I watched. Oh, the Saturday morning. Did you guys see the Saturday morning thing?
What
Yeah.
are you
It's like
talking about?
Yeah.
it's the Saturday morning like extravaganza show or something like that. What's it called? It's like
No.
No, don't know what that
This
is.
this sounds like a cable thing.
no. So what it is it's remember the old. It's like an old Saturday morning cartoon style show, but with like hosts. These 2 guys are real people hosting the show. It's a parody on those old like 80s, 90s, or like late 80s, early 90s cartoons. But it's like adult themes, so it's interesting. It's weird, and all during it, there's like this murder mystery thing that's going on throughout it. It's a weird mix of a show.
Well, where is this?
It's on Netflix, and I'm looking it up right now. Hang on, it's called. Why isn't it on my list? Saturday. Saturday Morning All Star Hits is what it's called.
Nope. Never heard of it.
Yeah, this is the first I've heard of this.
I knew about it a while back, and I heard it was kind of entertaining for people who like the old style, hosted cartoon Saturday morning cartoon shows. And then they did this. It's this guy who does this. Plays like every role in the show, except for the animated stuff. The animated stuff is all voiced by people and stuff, and it's all parodies on shows. Like they kind of made a Denver the Last Dinosaur kind of show, but it was like about how he grows up and has to go to college and leave his friends behind, and it's like he gets like drinking, and it's like it's really weird,
It sounds
but
stupid.
it's fun. It's not bad. I actually enjoyed it. So,
I
what
see
I
that
what I,
nostalgia.
yeah, the nostalgia thing. It's good.
Yeah, you love your nostalgia.
I do. So I watched that, and that's pretty much of note for me. That's it. So, Corey?
Cool. Well, I wasn't on the podcast last week due to some traveling stuff, but
Hmm.
didn't get to watch too much. But I did mention in the Gamecast I watched that King Richard movie with Will Smith,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I don't get it. I don't know why he got Best Actor, but again, didn't see the other films, so but it was fine. It was a fine film. I think he did much better in other movies. But anyway, that's Will Smith. I did watch the first episode of Severance, the Apple TV show that Ben Stiller produced.
Oh, how is that? I heard it was
That
really
is
good.
It is very interesting and intriguing, and I would say that I'm very curious to see how it goes in the future. Essentially, it's about a future where you have this job, and in this job, you forget everything of your personal life. You have no memory of that, and then when you go back to your personal life, you have no memory of your job, and so it's like a very
Oh,
psychological thing of
I
questioning
could
like
see
what
previews
is
for this.
this, like
Okay.
what does that mean, and how does that impact people's lives and stuff like that. So like I said, it's interesting. I don't know. I'm very curious to see where it goes, and the fact that like Ben Stiller is like producing and part of the team that made this is interesting. So it's
Is
Yeah.
intriguing.
it
I'm gonna keep an eye on that one because it's different. That's
is it
what I'd say.
is it meant to be funny or not?
I
Doesn't
wouldn't
sound
say
funny to
it's
me.
no, it's this really much more like a psychological thriller type show. That's why I was like,
Okay.
oh, this is weird. Ben Stiller's
This is
involved
just
in this.
norm in society. Did they explain why?
Yeah, I mean, they're like that's part of some of the what's
Mystery.
going on here. Trying because like the first scene is essentially a lady who wakes up. She has no idea who she is at first. Like what's happening, and like oh okay. So you're kind of learning as you're going with it. But that's why it's like intriguing and curious. Like you're trying
Uh,
to figure out what's going on here.
yeah. I've heard really high praise for it, so I'm probably gonna check that out this week then. So,
Yeah,
interesting.
but other than that, yeah. So it's the concept is very interesting. So
Yeah.
yeah, different, something different at least.
Okay.
Can't even
And
getting people to give away their gun rights, let alone their memories. I don't know about that.
but in any case, the other thing was I think I'm done with the ranking of kings. I don't know if I can do it anymore. I watched a few more episodes, and just based off of your conversations that I've seen, I'm like, I don't think I need to finish
How
this right
far are
now.
you?
Maybe 13,
You got
14,
you got
maybe.
like 7 or 8 left. Just power through it.
Well,
Just
I
watch it at
guess.
like 1.5 speed. You can honestly do it. It
Sure.
doesn't make a difference.
All right. I mean, if it's worth finishing, it just sounds like it's not worth finishing. Like,
No,
why would I waste my time?
I mean, just because I hated it doesn't mean you gonna hate it. You know. But
But like,
the thing is, then
like,
you have
so,
have the
all right.
experience.
So, right. I mean, I could get the full picture
Yeah.
and make my own, formulate my own opinion on something. Sure. But like, when I say, hey, maybe don't watch this because it's not worth it. Like, that's why that's the feel I'm getting from you, Tony. Is like,
No,
yeah, but like, because there are some things like, why did you tell me not? Like, why did
no,
don't watch this ever.
I
Like
wouldn't say.
Wonder Woman, never watched that
Yeah, no,
movie.
no, I wouldn't say it's that bad. It's just like the thing is like the ending, like at the core of it with the characters, that's fine. Like the main characters. It's some of the side stuff where I'm just like, yeah, at this point, just distance yourself from this. Like, just let's not even talk about this anymore.
Well, all right. Well, if it's, you said it's like 19 episodes, 20 episodes.
See, yeah, something like that. It's like really short. Plus, like, there's 2 or 3 episodes that are like really good in terms of like a fight or like a battle and stuff like that. And one of them has absolutely amazing, gorgeous like, animation, and I would recommend you sticking it through that for that alone. Again, I'm trying to let you down like hard.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
trying
I
to let
got
you
you.
down
Just
hard
like
so that hopefully maybe it's a little bit better than
right, expectations have been like set, and now it could exceed those expectations,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
are very low.
yeah, exactly.
But like the thing is, it's like the last couple episodes have been like kind of like a drag to watch. There, I was like, I don't like where this is going. I don't like understand why everything keeps flipping over and like flip, 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 flip.
Yep,
Like, what is going on here?
yep,
So,
yep.
but all right, we'll see. I may have a report on that next week.
Yeah, like I said,
Okay.
just watch it at 1.5 speed. You'll be fine. You can do it. I believe
All
in
right.
you. 15-minute episodes.
There you go. All right, Tony.
Moonlight.
Oh yeah, Moonlight. So I did watch that too.
Yeah. First episode was okay. It was like kind of that slow burn, like you know,
they want to wow you with the ending kind of thing, right?
They
You can
did.
see they're just building to that. Yeah.
Yeah, and like the thing is, that was fine back in the day, but
Gotcha. Yeah.
it's kind of different when we're talking about 2022, and it's like how many superhero things have there been, and it's like, okay, I'm obviously watching the show because it's fucking called Moonlight, and this dude is definitely some kind of superhero or something like that. It's just like, but you're gonna wait till like the last bit to like show it off and have something like cool happen. It's like, come on, man. Like,
I think that kind of sums up that was the feeling I was getting during it. I think you just summed it. I couldn't figure out what it was. I'm just like, it's
like,
fine.
But also, it's only like 6 episodes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then had a slow burn
it's
episode.
Like you're gonna have an episode that just like doesn't seem like.
And I get what they're going for, because and maybe it's like unfair because out of all like the superheroes, like this one kind of has like a reasoning behind it. Like it's part of the mystery. Like you were just saying with that Apple show Severance, right, or whatever like that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, Severance. Yeah.
So maybe in that aspect it's a little unfair, but still I was just kind of like, all right, man, I get it. Like, just show it to me. Just show it to me, man. But the second episode I thought was really good. Action pack. CGI was mostly good. I was surprised at that. And Oscar Isaac, man, I got to give it to him. He's a good actor. He's a very good actor.
I mean, he's playing split personality role here. I mean, it's fantastic what he does.
Yeah. So I'm really interested in where it goes. The fact that it's only going to be 6 episodes, like, as we talked with the previous Marvel shows, like, I don't know if that's going to be like enough, but we'll see. It's pretty fast paced so far. So.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I mean, episode 2 was entertaining. I would say much more entertaining. It's an actual superhero show in episode 2, and I liked having that. I felt like your gripes for 1 makes sense, is also because we're only getting 6 episodes of this, and it's like, we got to get to the point, guys. Unless you're going to give us 8, then you can do this kind of stuff. But you kind of wasted an episode here to build up a little mystery that we didn't need to have.
Who really knows a lot about this character other than like hardcore fans?
Right.
Yeah.
This character is much more of a unknown quantity, so you do want to try to build up the lore and backstory, I suppose. So I haven't watched it. It hasn't like intrigued me enough to watch it yet, but I'll probably get to it once it's got a couple more episodes.
Yeah, and that's fine. I wouldn't say you're missing out on any like must see TV at this point, but it's interesting. It's good. It's not bad.
I figure I'd probably want to watch it before the finale just in case something crazy happens.
Ties in with Doctor Strange. Yeah.
Right.
Good thinking, actually. I mean, I don't think it will, but good thinking. So cool. All right, Mike.
So I've thought about watching that. I never got to it though. But I did see. Actually wanted to watch Upload. I know you guys watched it last week, and I watched the first. I watched the first 2 episodes of it, and it's maybe the streaming platform for me when you have to wait like over a full year between seasons as opposed to 3 or 4 months like you would for traditional TV thing. But I'm just disengaged. Like I see the first 2 episodes, I'm like, I don't care about these characters anymore. Where they were, I don't really remember. Even though there's a healthy recap, but still, I'm like, are we supposed to think the wife is evil or good now? I don't remember. Same thing with his friend, and I'm just like, and I feel like it went away from sort of the more comedic like roots of the show a little bit, and then now it's trying to do this like, super detailed like sci-fi conspiracy thing, and I'm just like, I don't know if I care anymore. It's been too long, so I don't know. We'll see if I get dragged into any more of it, but after the first 2 episodes, I can kind of take it or leave it. I don't really feel that connected to the show anymore.
It does feel a lot different than season 1.
That's it. That's all I've watched.
Okay, let's talk box office once I get it open here. So what do you guys think the number 1 movie was? It was really tough to figure it out, by the way. Yeah, not
2 weeks
Morbius.
in a row, baby.
Morbius. We'll get to Sonic. We will get to Sonic shortly, which was the number 1 movie. Morbius had the worst Marvel drop-off in the history of its movies. Almost 75%, 84% on Just Friday, which does set a record for the biggest drop ever on a Friday to a Friday for I think any superhero movie
any movie.
that conquers all DC and Marvel movies. That's for certain. 84% on Friday. So the movie plummeted. It did. What did it do last week? Jesus, weekend. I don't have it open. Sorry, guys.
Well, none
Under
of us
10,
do.
I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean it was 10.5 million. I think it did. If I remember right. So yeah, not a great second week, which we expected because the movie is garbage. It is hot garbage. In case those are wondering, you don't have to go see it.
Seen it, but...
Don't give Sony please don't give Sony your money. Don't do it. We're all helping you out here. They don't need it. They make mistakes. They also bait and switched you. That's right, folks. We're all telling you guys, bait and switched. Spider-Man, the posters don't exist in the movie that you saw in the trailers. Doesn't exist. That was added in the post, in trailers only, to make you come and watch it. I'm going to spoil that for you all right now, so you don't go waste your money and go see this movie. It's not in the movie. Don't go see it. They're trying to bait you in, thinking it's part of the Spider-Man universe, and it's not. So
I also heard like Matt Smith said like he had no idea who his character was the entire time.
Yeah, he said he didn't understand his character the entire time. He's like, I don't understand what I'm doing. They had to keep like telling him where to go and what to do, and he's like, I don't understand what you. I understand what you want me to say, but I don't understand it.
This is what I'm talking.
That's what he kept saying.
Like, Sony can't be trusted to make good Spider-Man movies.
I mean, Venom 2 was such garbage. Like that was so bad.
And yet it's way better than this, apparently.
Well, you said Venom again?
Yeah, Venom 2.
Like, Let There Be Carnage was terrible.
It's interesting because I mean, when we're looking at bad, Sony movies, that one's actually mostly rated higher than the first one, but they're just a whole tier below, everything else.
Yeah.
So, and this is the worst, I think, of them all.
Yeah. I don't know why they don't have this, but anyways, on a positive note, Sonic 2 now has the record for the best opening weekend for a video game movie of all time. I think it did over $71 million. And let me see. I have that news to see what I got here. Yes. Box office of 71 million. Best opening weekend ever for any video game movie. And that's just domestic. It's doing very well. Got very good audience scores, decent critic scores, but it's not. I don't see it as a critic kind of movie. If you guys want to see something funny, just the article that I have in our news post. I know you guys can't see it on our chat, on our podcast chat, but the guys on the podcast, if you guys want to see something funny, click the link I put in our news discussion section and just look at the first comment right below that IGN Twitter tweet. Just look at the first comment. It's hilarious. But
Twitter tweet.
Yeah, so the Twitter tweet. So great opening weekend though. I have to go see this though. Nobody saw this yet on the podcast?
No, right? Not yet. I have to figure something out.
Yeah, I had a busy weekend. We had tux fittings, right, Corey? We had tux fittings and lunches. And then Sunday was a bowling day where I bowled 12 games. So 15 games. Nice. 15 games. So I bowled all day. So I had no time for going to see this, unfortunately. But I do want to see it very soon. And Friday's a possibility now. That's opening up for me because we're off Friday. And I might have time to go see it Friday. So that's going to be cool. But I'm psyched to see it.
I didn't get to see it either. It'd be nice to see.
Yeah. Yeah. And Morbius is going to be a losing the bet kind of movie. I can see it happening now, guys. It's going to be one of those losing the bet. Corey, what's funny, though, is I think I'm going to watch Let There Be Carnage at some point when it's free. I am going to watch it. I just don't know when, but I'm going to watch it at some point. Because I've heard people that love the movie. Yeah, I don't know. I have to go.
That's kind of like...
I question everything that they do in life.
That's Paul, by the way. My friend Paul. You met him. He loved the movie. But...
Again, I said like there's a fair amount of people who like it better than the first one, so it's interesting how much you hated it compared to. I don't know how much you like the first one, but
yeah, I mean, it was fine. The first one was just a fine film. It was not terrible. It wasn't good.
Got a 58 on Rotten Tomatoes. So.
Let There Be Carnage or Venom?
Let There Be Carnage.
First one was
yeah. And I love how in the top 5 of the movies was the Batman still, 6.5 million. And it's coming out next week on HBO Max. So for those who haven't seen it yet, or want to see it in a more comfortable experience where you can get up and go to the bathroom and pause it, it'll be in your home soon. So I'm going to watch it again when it comes home.
I thought the length was fine.
I thought it was great, but I do understand that. Like at home, I'm going to watch this again, and I can pause it, and I can go to the bathroom. And you know what I mean? Like I like that. But the sound is really good. Where like you have to make sure you have that good sound system. I get that comment. So all right.
It is funny though talking about mixed reviews because I've seen wildly differing opinions on the Sonic movie as well. Sonic 2.
Really?
Like, yeah, some people think it's terrible. And others are like, oh, this is much better than the first. I think a lot of it has to do with fan service. I think it's pretty fan servicey, more so than the first one, which didn't have a whole lot of Sonic stuff in it. I mean, it did by a little bit, but this one, I think, throws in a lot of specific references to a lot more things.
What I heard was they didn't have the human characters as much in this one. And apparently, some people disliked that. And I was just like,
okay.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to see a Sonic the Hedgehog movie because I want to see Sonic the Hedgehog, but okay.
I remember
about that when the first one came out.
Yes, we did.
Way too many.
No, but I'm telling you,
they did okay.
This is what they do.
Yeah.
This is why like they had like humans in this transfer because like people can't relate unless it's a human character.
Yeah.
But, I mean that was kind of the whole
Jim
deal.
Carrey last week. I don't know if you did or not.
What's that?
He said he's retiring from acting.
Yeah, Jim Carrey announced that he was going to retire from acting. It's turned to now taking a break without a doubt from acting. And the writers, the director and writers of the show of the movie have said that won't recast Dr. Robotnik if he doesn't want to come back.
Okay, so who's Sonic gonna fight then?
Anyone else?
Just Shadow.
Have they ever had another villain in there? Shadow?
Yeah. They've had a bunch of manufactured shitty villains. They've had, I don't know, just like world-ending characters.
But I mean, he's so iconic, and I mean, from what I've seen and heard, like he's fantastic. And
no, like he's made this. This is a Jim Carrey Robotnik. I wouldn't want them to recast either, but we'll see.
Yeah. I think I do think he'll come back. Everybody says that because
whenever an actor says this, I'm always like, nah, fuck you, bullshit. Like, you just want to get paid, and I don't believe
he's
it's
like
fine.
Physically like incapable, like helps
pulling an Aaron Judge.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. All right.
He is crazy though, so there's a chance.
Yeah, there's that. I mean, he's still got to make Ace Ventura 3. He never finished the trilogy. He's got to make 3. So, excuse me. All right. Lastly, on the news, unfortunately, we had news today about Gilbert Gottfried passing away. It has been a rough year for comedians.
Yeah, I mean,
Louis Anderson
dying or getting slapped in the
Bob
face.
Saget, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Chris Rock has had a. I mean, that's not. He'll take that over this. Unfortunately, Gilbert Gottfried, which is so weird because I watched a show with my fiance and he had just done a spot on that show, and I was like, wow, it's so weird. And then to see him pass. I mean, last week I just saw him with it. I'm sure it was pre-recorded, but I'm like, geez, it's so weird. He was 67 years old.
Yeah.
And he was just commenting on the Bob Saget death like not too long ago.
Sure. I mean, and before that it was Norm Macdonald, and all of them were actually like kind of the same group of friends. They were all like they're on shows together or each other's podcasts or video podcasts frequently talking. So they all died within 7 months of each other here. It's pretty crazy. And also I think I read that this was a long illness for him as well. So he might have did what Norm Macdonald did and had something like cancer and didn't tell anyone.
Yeah, this was complications from, what was it? Muscular dystrophy? Okay. Interesting. That's what I've been hearing.
The only thing I read said a long battle with an illness, an undisclosed illness at first.
That's what I'm hearing. But, so, yeah, it's sad. He was one of those comedians that was so annoying. But that was his shtick, that was his thing. I always remember him as Iago. So
he was,
that's like for me. I mean, I don't know of anything really else I can associate him with at this point, but I remember him on Saturday morning cartoons, wasn't he?
Dude,
Well,
get off this Saturday. Stop trying
he's
to make
on
it
a few
happen.
things.
It's
I think he was. I heard his voice on some more recent kids show, which is funny because he's a very blue comedian as well in his normal stuff. He famously got booed hard for making a 9/11 joke like September 14th of that year.
Yeah.
At some awards thing. But no, he just went for it, and it's another another nail in the coffin of a certain generation of comedians lately. Here we've lost a lot lately.
Yeah, we have. Like comedians I grew up with, he was in Beverly Hills Cop. That's what it was. I was trying to think of what movie else he was in as well. But there was a bunch of movies but that's one. So, yeah, it's sad. It's definitely sad. So, I don't know if we have any other news to end on.
Nice.
I don't think we do.
Brie
That's
Larson
okay.
got cast in Fast and Furious 10.
Who did?
Woohoo!
Brie Larson.
Brie Larson.
Oh, yeah, I saw Brie Larson. Yeah,
Marvel.
that was kind of a weird addition to. Well, they couldn't get the Rock, so grab Brie Larson, I guess.
Sure.
But
I think Jason Momoa is in there also. So
yeah, I did
well,
see that.
He's supposed to be the last
Jason
one,
Mo-
right?
I mean,
Is
is
there
it
ever-
though?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's the
'Cause
last
Fast
one
and
along
Furious,
with
I
Jim
thought was gonna be
Carrey.
The last one. So yeah, they're gonna keep if they keep making money, they're gonna keep making these movies. I think.
I wonder if Jason Momoa can carve himself out a whole career of being a replacement for The Rock. I can see that being a thing.
Yeah, I can see that too. So, I have heard, by the way, for those wondering about DC stuff. I don't know why I just thought about that when you're talking about The Rock, but I was thinking Shazam. That
Momoa.
by the end of The Flash, these are all rumors. This is not a spoiler. This is a rumor. By the end of The Flash,
I think
they
I might
will
have
have erased Superman from the DCEU.
What?
He just won't. He won't exist
That's
by the end
crazy.
of that movie.
There
No
won't be
way.
any Superman.
Jim, there's no way.
Well,
Pretty-
they brought in
do that.
Supergirl.
There's no way.
for that
Pretty
reason.
well. This guy is pretty accurate. So
Yeah,
And I
whatever.
think that's been when they cast that chick to play Supergirl. I think that was kind of in the discussions because they had no idea what they were going to do with Henry Cavill.
That's what I
so-
mean. It's an old rumor. I don't know. We've heard
well, we'll
this
see
before.
soon
But
enough.
I've also read an unsubstantiated rumor that
Oh.
they think Batfleck will have 10 to 20 minutes of screen time in this movie.
Oh, jeez.
And he does not get killed. Apparently, he is. I've heard he's got a reprise in this. He's not eliminated from existence. But now I blanked on what I was going to talk about. Oh, Jesus! There's a time.
Is this movie even going to come out?
That's
ever?
the thing I was going to talk about. Ezra Miller is all of his projects are on hold with WB now. They did from his troubles with the law and assaulting people. The guy clearly needs help.
Will Smith in real life here?
Or they need help. I'm sorry. I called my guy. They go as they. I'm sorry. That's the now. I'm sorry. I'm trying to correct myself to be correct. I said the guy. I would have just sporadically done that anyways. I say guys all the time in school to kids when they're guys. But anyways, they need help massively. So WB has put this stuff on hold. Their future is definitely in question.
Even this news though is debatable because it was Rolling Stone who ran with it at first, and then WB released a statement saying, "No, we didn't do this at all. We didn't have this meeting. This is bullshit." Of course, they would probably say that, regardless.
What are they gonna
But
do? Yeah, we had a meeting. What do you expect?
Depends on how.
Well,
they
but
do
no,
it
I mean, there's no
presented, so.
reason to deny that. You don't need to say anything, really. But whatever.
Yeah.
Ezra's gone
Alright.
too, so there's not going to be much less of the DC.
There was somebody posted that picture of the Justice League, in the black and white photo with all of them posing in the image, and they're all they're all fading away. I thought that was pretty funny
Got
post.
snapped.
Well,
Yeah.
what is it? Just going to be Gal Gadot and Jason Momoa at this point?
That's it. That's
And
the original.
I guess Batfleck in reserve for whenever they want to do the Bat Family or Batverse or what. I guarantee you that's what they're doing. They saw the reception to Spider-Man No Way Home, and they're like, "Shit, we can't kill Batfleck. We got to keep him around."
Bring him back.
Gotta get all the Batman. Hopefully we can get Christian Bale at some point.
Yeah.
Let's get him back.
Man, I don't want that. Like, I like Batman. I just don't think the multiverse thing works with him as a character.
I agree, but they're gonna do it. They're gonna do
I
it.
know.
Yes.
I mean, the most famous multiverse is another character's thing, like Flashpoint. Like, obviously, Flashpoint Batman. That's why, and it's a different. It's not even Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
So
I know.
I don't know. It sounds a lot of this is going to be a clusterfuck for outside forces, outside of the fiction, and even within the fiction. It sounds like a clusterfuck as well. So
Yeah.
I am worried.
Yeah, we'll see where this goes. But all right, that's gonna
Maybe
wrap
called
up 500.
Batman versus Batman.
The Battle of the Marthas.
I mean,
The thing is,
you know, if that happens, they will have a scene of that at least.
Battle of the Marthas.
Even the Spider-Man
really
shot webs at
too,
each other.
Is you're getting all these actors who like they're casting these actors who not necessarily Henry Cavill, but like not everybody, but there's like they're starting off like, oh, these are good people and like they're doing good things, and then you find out they're not so good people and like, oh no. And then like with Marvel, like they kind of did the opposite with Robert Downey Jr. Like, this guy's kind of like on the outs and nobody wants to deal with him, and now he's like, now that was beloved and like they kind of turned his career around. Where like basically all the people that they're getting in DC is like questionable now. I mean, I say all. It's very broad strokes here because
I can think of true. What, 2? Who are we talking about?
Ben Affleck's not a good person. He's a drunk and he's not very nice to people. Even though I like the guy's career.
I think you can find
Ezra
that
is probably not the best person. Amber Heard doesn't sound like a very good person.
She should not have the role anymore.
I forgot she existed, honestly.
Yeah, if Johnny Depp doesn't have his role, why does she have her role? That's a big problem I have with Warner Brothers, but whatever.
Well, it's like, you know, you could just name people. It's easier to like shit on DC.
Yeah. It's easy.
Oh, all right. Changing it up real quick. Not sort of. Yeah. Apparently, some toy leaks happened for the Thor: Love and Thunder because they do those Marvel Legends figures.
Yeah, I saw that.
And apparently, like some stores got them in early or something like that. So obviously, people took pictures and uploaded on the internet. But apparently, two of the figures in there are what's his name?
Gore.
That's Christian Bale, but it's also Star-Lord and Groot. So I'm like, I wonder how much the Guardians are actually going to be in this movie. So it's kind of, and they have new costume design too. So it's not like just, you know, whatever we saw them last in.
Well, I mean, last time we saw Thor, he was with them, so you'd hope that they would have some type of interaction.
No, but like it seems like if they're giving them new figures and new costume designs, it feels like they'd be in the movie a bit more. So it has me intrigued.
Yeah,
I just thought it was interesting to talk about.
Yep,
makes sense.
I like to
gonna get the Christmas special this year.
Yeah. Oh god, I can't wait. And like, I actually really like Thor's design. I don't know if you guys saw it, but he's back to wearing he actually is wearing his helmet in this. So I think that's pretty cool. Like I don't know, I just hate when like they take away the comic aspects of it, where it's just like
just because of the actor.
Yeah, because it's like we want the actor to be prominent. It's like, you know, kind of like how Tobey Maguire
taking off the mask.
Tobey Maguire looked for any reason to take off his mask in the trilogy. It's like, bro, you can just leave it on.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, it's always the problem with Spider-Man movies. Every excuse they have to take their mask off.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So, all right, that's gonna wrap up 591 of the Moviecast. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We've got more content coming your way soon. We're on Twitch again, streaming 8 o'clock Tuesday nights through probably about 10 o'clock, doing our Gamecast and Moviecast. So tune into those. Write us allyoucangeek@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter, Twitch, again, Facebook, all the good stuff. We'll see you guys soon. We're good.